a 3-year-old goes missing in 40-degree temperatures.
Just this one day, it was the apocalypse.
Overcome with heat stroke, the lost boy's mother becomes a casualty.
I was getting her to try and help us.
In the panic of a mass rescue, a Good Samaritan is nearly drowned as he tries to help a stranger. It should be a relaxing swim, but suddenly you're stuck in a rip. You lose energy and start to panic. Faced with drowning, people become desperate. Sometimes, as they fight for air, they'll push each other underwater.
I was watching this yellow raft float around off second ramp, and sure enough, they lost their raft. And I noticed one of the guys was really grabbing hold of his mate and dragging him under.
Jesse, I need you south of second ramp.
A man who has fallen off the raft is being helped by a Good Samaritan. But now the Good Samaritan is being pushed underwater.
And I could just see these two guys drowning each other, and I was like, oh no, this isn't good.
This would-be rescuer is lucky to be alive. Then 4 more swimmers are spotted in trouble. As head lifeguard Hoppo joins the fray, the situation escalates into a mass rescue.
Once I have these 2 patients safe and sound on the jet ski, I'm on my way back in, and I see another guy, and he's most probably worse than these 2.
Jesse plucks up a man being kept afloat by 3 swimmers. With their energy spent, they'll need to be rescued by Hoppo.
We've got 6 patients. They're all desperate to save their own skin. It's every man for themselves.
The overloaded jet ski is at risk of tipping.
It's just so rocky and hard to deal with. It's the same as riding the push bike. The slower you go, the harder the balance. I just go with my gut feeling and do whatever I think's right.
It's impossible for Hoppo to paddle with 3 people, so he reads the movement of the current.
I couldn't bring all 3 in at one go, so we all just hung onto the board. The rip was pulling me across onto the sandbank where we'd eventually be able to stand up.
Hoppo directs the people away from the rip.
Sure enough, they didn't listen, straight back into the hole.
I've got the patients back to the beach safely, turn around, then the 3 that Hoppo rescued are back in the rip.
Good Samaritan Etienne from France recalls being held underwater as he attempted to save a stranger.
When I tried to come back, I saw someone in the same situation just trying to say, help me, trying to get out of the water. So I gave him my arm, and we were both like this, so we're like trying to go out of the water. I was trying to go out. I saw my life in my eyes.
For kids, the beach is simply magical. But Bondi is one of the most crowded beaches in the world, and in just the blink of an eye, children can disappear out of sight.
When it's busy summer's day, we get missing people all day.
Lifeguards deal with hundreds of lost kids every summer, and in turn, hundreds of distraught parents.
He's down by the flags.
One of the biggest challenges is getting an accurate description of the child, what they're wearing and their age from the parent.
Mother of 2, Amita, has been searching for her 3-year-old son since he ran off more than 30 minutes ago.
You know, my son, where's my son? No, he just walked out of the bathroom.
The temperature is over 40 degrees, and Amita has been carrying her 5-year-old son as she's searched the beach.
The mother was quite seriously stressed. on a really stinking hot Sunday. She looked like she had a heat stroke.
Manny, please.
You need to stop crying so you can communicate with these helps.
Managing the parents can be really challenging. We need them to help us and assist us in finding the child.
What's he wearing? What t-shirt?
He's wearing like a white handy singlet and a little shorts.
What's his name?
Manny.
Maddie.
Immediately I went off and started the search, and then Jules came in, she checked the girls' toilets, we looped around the pavilion.
It's the end of the day and light is fading.
Boys are going out on the beach.
Little Manny's 3 years old. You know, I was worried for the little man.
All right, I've covered through the pavilion.
Just looping along the beach now.
The search reaches the 40-minute mark and there is no sign of the young boy.
I've lost one of my children at Clovelly Beach one day, and it's something that I'll never forget for as long as I live. You literally feel like you're going to be sick. It's going to be all right, but you need to be okay yourself, okay?
As light fades, the shutters come down. Lifeguards call police.
Any luck, Central? No, not yet.
Chapo needs Amita's assistance, but she's suffering from heat stroke.
I was trying to get her moving, getting her coherent, getting her to try and help us.
You okay?
Oh, I hadn't dealt with a situation like this before.
Anita. Hey. We're just going to sit down the first aid bed. Anita. Hey. Hey.
Tough love is sometimes a good thing.
We need you to stay awake and alert, okay?
So all of a sudden, you know, the woman looks like she's unconscious.
Anita. Hello.
It's suddenly gone from bad to worse.
It's after pack-up time for lifeguards. As the sun goes down, there's no sign of 3-year-old Manny.
The search had gone on for quite a while. The worry's really starting to set in with me. The mother couldn't help us, so the 5-year-old brother was the key witness.
Lifeguards are looking for a small boy in a white singlet.
The big brother kept the family together, that Arvo.
Anita, listen, you need to help us now. Are you awake?
Is that Manny? Nah.
As the search intensifies, police arrive.
Yeah, mate, we've done a couple of loops through the pavilion, like the kids park around the back, and just looping along the beach now.
Were you at the beach with anyone else? Just myself and him? Yeah.
It's been 45 minutes since the 3-year-old went missing. Then, Dino spots a small boy in the shallows.
When I first saw him, there was a lady there watching, and I went and asked her, I said, "Is this your child?" And she said no.
Dino confirms the child is unaccompanied by a parent.
I've got a kid that no one seems to own. I picked him up.
You want to come for a drive?
Geez, I hope
it's his kid, because I've just picked him up and taken him.
the brother knows Dino.
We just needed some confirmation before we got all the way back up to the tower.
Hey, this other buggy. Is this Manny? Is this your brother? Is this Manny? Yes. That's him.
It's him, all right. You want to have a race?
Race him.
Let's go. Let's go see Mum. Stoked, we've got him. Let's get him up to the tower, get him to Mum, because Mum's in a state of shock.
You got him.
We got him. Found him. We've got him on the beach. Sorry, guys. You could literally see the relief, like, pouring out of her face.
A father of 2 himself, Dino shares the relief.
Yeah, as a parent, it's really nice to see a family reunited.
You know, the love for a child is stronger than any love that you can feel for another human. To think that that could be jeopardised or taken away from you in a brief moment is truly terrifying.
Where did you go?